What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. You know, one of the great things about having a community, having a channel, is I get to tell you and share with you my opinion, but then also give you the views of someone else and help project them out to a broader audience. That will become prevalent at the end of this video, but I want to start by saying EA Sports has a Black History Month promotion in Madden Ultimate Team. And there's some common ground we all have here, because regardless of how you feel about Colin Kaepernick, let's understand the stance that EA once took. Okay, they prevented the golden ticket promotion from being used to upgrade Colin Kaepernick's card by imposing sanctions they have never done before or since. It's not debatable, that's what they did, and that's the stance that EA took. And that's okay if that's the stance that they wanted to actually show. But the problem with that is, when you take that stance on your platform, you have to educate people as to why. So, for example, last year, when they chose to support Colin Kaepernick, or any player for that matter, and put him back in the game, they never educated us as to why he was removed. So, set aside any prejudice you have in this situation, and simply acknowledge that when you remove a player's name from a soundtrack, when you take him out of the game, you are taking that stance. And it's equally as important, if not more important, that when you put him back in the game, you show some remorse. You have an apology. You actually help show unity and lead by example in agreeing that you made a mistake, but you're admitting to it and you're going to correct it. This is something EA doesn't do a whole lot. EA doesn't come from a position of teaching a lot. And I think this promotion speaks very clearly to that. Because what they've elected to do is release some free cards, okay? And to be honest, we all know those cards are well below a competitive level for a gamer right now. The top tier card is actually 95 overall. Okay, there's a lot of 99, 98 overalls right now in the game that people are using because it's February. The game's been out for a long time. So the goal is to upgrade to the 95 overall card, and that requires you to spend money. Now, when you look at spending money to get these cards, it appears to be more than just a move of social acceptance. Changing menus, graphics, trading cards, that does very little outside of Madden Ultimate Team to promote equality. And EA has shown that they will take steps in the right direction to benefit charities, organizations, education in the past. Back in 2010, they had breast cancer awareness packs. They donated portions of the proceeds to research. They're making infinitely more money now than they were then, yet they're not doing that same stance. They could easily just have players learn beyond the athlete, beyond the card, and allow them to select something meaningful to them. Showcase a player like Doug Williams, Reggie Roby, the player that's been on your screen, Myron Rolle. You know, the reality to all this is, for all of us to create a path of inspiration for past or future generations, to show that as communities, we understand how things we do impact other people. So, as I said in the beginning of the video, I wanted to bring to you someone else's opinion, in case you hadn't seen his video. But before I do that, I do want to let EA know something. It's not too late, EA. You can actually make a commitment now and put some substance behind these packs. I'm going to pin a comment to Joker's channel where this clip comes from, but I'm also going to include a link to Impact Tree, which would offer you a variety of ways to go out and truly impact, change, and positively impact someone's life in a meaningful way. Whether it's donating a breakfast to the Oakland homeless community, supporting Black-owned businesses, and many of you know I'm an investor. And if you weren't aware, Wells Fargo actually followed through on a commitment, a pledge they made of $50 million to support economic growth in black communities, and I actually purchased more shares of Wells Fargo after they did that. That is the type of commitment, promise, and then follow through we expect to see from companies. And EA, you may make a horrible football game, but as a community, we still expect you to be held to that same ground. And I'd love to know what you're going to do to actually follow through. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking it out. And I will leave you to Joker's video.
It's about this Black History Month promo EA decided to put out. Now, understand something. I think this is a bad idea, but EA is going to do what they want to do, what they think is best suited for their company. So it is what it is. But understand what EA represents. Understand what Madden NFL represents. It represents the NFL. Alright? Now, here's the thing. Once upon a time, there was a man by the name of Colin Kaepernick who decided to take a knee on a stance that he strongly believed in. This man sacrificed his job, his livelihood, on this stance alone. And he was exiled from the NFL. Now, you guys can say what you want about after the fact, about the opportunities he had and X, Y, and Z. That's all great. To me, EA, this is a money move. This is a money move, and anybody who rocks with me, anybody who fucks with my channel, I would ask you not to put your money into this promo. Because this is not something, I would say, this is not something you would want to support. Understand that Ultimate Team started in 09. That's when Ultimate Team first released. They had from 09 all the way up until last year's Madden, if they really wanted to implement a Black History Month promo. They have implemented 0 Black History Month promos. But now all of a sudden Black Lives Matter. Now EA wants to, how do people put it, jump in the bandwagon